Hello everyone, and welcome to another Hot Chips Year Nah review.
Hello everyone.
Fancy seeing you here today. Where we each get 30 seconds? 30
That's
seconds.
Already, 30 seconds.
30 seconds to review a game and give you our year or nah.
We're going to do it a little differently this time.
We are.
We're covering, was it Heavy Rain,
Heavy
the
Rain.
remastered version for PS4. Amy's sat down with the PS4 version. I've only played the PS3 version, so I don't feel like I should be giving a 30-second breakdown of how awesome or terrible this remaster is.
Fair enough.
So we'll get Amy to do that. Do you want to just talk a little bit about the game?
Yeah, sure. So this was an interesting one for me because I did not play the PS3 version. So again, we're not going to be able to draw a comparison between the two. But I never played the original. It came out in 2006.
Yeah, it would have been about that.
Yeah, something like that. Basically,
2006, that's been like 10 years. Wow.
Yeah, or maybe I think it was 2006. Anyway, it was like basically during my gaming dark ages, which was otherwise known as my university time, where I didn't play a single game for about 4 years. So I never played it.
And so this is your first Quantic Dream game as well?
I think it is my first Quantic Dream game. Quickly list some other ones. Is there any?
Fahrenheit.
No, I never played that.
And Beyond Two Souls,
which
which is how Heavy Rain the Remastered is packaged in with Beyond Two Souls, but we'll be reviewing that at a later date.
Separately. So it's a really story-driven game. Yeah. It's all your choices matter, and you are several protagonists.
Yes.
So it was interesting for me playing this after Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Because I was able to draw a lot of parallels.
Yeah.
Inspiration-wise.
Because they do a lot of the same sort of things.
The exact same.
But before we get into spoilers, I guess we'll go through your 30 seconds. So you got 30 seconds to either sell or push someone away from
I haven't really
the idea
planned
of
what I'm going to say.
Well, you got 30 seconds?
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
Go.
All right. I think it was a fantastic story. I didn't see what was coming. Like, I didn't guess the story, although I'm terrible at guessing plots anyway. But I thought the story was really well done. I thought the characters were really subtly and beautifully fleshed out. Like, there was lots of stuff going on where, it was a really good movie. If you watch it and you pay attention to all the subtleties, really clever. I'm not sure if the graphics were a huge update or not. What else do I think? The controls were a giant pain in the ass.
We'll stop you there.
Yeah.
And would you give it a yeah or a nah?
I would give it a yeah. So I would definitely say, like, it seems people always told me that it was a kind of game that you kind of had to play. Like, it was, I can totally see how it was different for its time and that it's really, really well done. Like, it's a fantastically put together game. Yeah.
And I'd say, I mean, well, I'm not going to give a breakdown. I'd give it a yeah, just purely for the fact that the original was awesome. And if you got better graphics and it's running a bit better, then definitely be worthy of a pickup.
Yeah.
So let's go into the so if you don't want spoilers, if you've somehow managed to miss out all of Heavy Rain in the last 10 years or so, like Amy, you might want to turn off, because we're going to jump into some of the twists and turns of the story and some of the things that bugged me with the original, I think.
Okay, cool.
Despite
probably the similar things that bugged me with this one. So I don't know how many fingers you have, but I only have 10 fingers, and I can't hold down 8 buttons.
Right, I thought you were referencing the finger scene. Like there's a lot of, if you're not holding the controller right when certain QuickTime things start, you end up kind of like spidering it however possible.
Yeah, so I had a lot of like holding down triangle with one finger and like one with my pinky finger. And like, oh shit, now I have to hold X. Like,
because I don't know about you, but I normally have my index fingers on the bottom triggers. So as soon as that's how I normally hold the controller. I don't have these two like on the R1, R2, and you need that. Yeah. Otherwise, if you start some of these combinations, because in some of the things like climbing up a slippery hill, which sounds really boring. But it'll be like, all right, hold L1 to get a grip on the certain thing, and then LR2, and then circle, and then
you're
square.
Moving at a snail's pace up this hill.
And if you let it go,
right back down the hill.
Right back down. Yeah. So that can suck. The QuickTime events, like the game is full of QuickTime events.
Well, it's essentially one giant QuickTime event.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. I thought there was I was really into it for about the first 2 or 3 hours. I thought, this is really good. Like, I'm really enjoying this mechanic. I'm really enjoying this story. And I didn't stop enjoying the story, but I did stop enjoying doing the exact same mechanic over and over again. Yeah. So, like, I put 7 bandages on, like, this different people's arms using like rotating the right stick. And I'm like, how many freaking bandages do we need to put onto people for this game to proceed? So it did feel at parts really repetitive to me. And
I remember things feeling a little bit broken with the controls at some point as well, because it's got that typical thing where you push is where they move from the camera. Yeah. And then if the camera moves, that could be pointing backwards to where you've just come, and then you end up moving back. So it's got that old kind of Resident Evil feel. Yeah,
it was horrible. But that's okay. That aside, once you get used to that, it's relatively okay. But you do spend a lot of time kind of doing really... Actually, the thing that probably broke the story for me the most was the walking mechanic, because you'd do dumb shit where you're just walking around a room and you're like, oh no, that's the wrong way. And then like it seems like an unnatural thing for the character to do, to walk the wrong way and then go the other way.
Speaking of unnatural things, did you ever do the point like when they go to reach for a door and you gotta you have to like lean the stick to have them to go reach it, and then you sit there going back and forth, they're like...
Yeah. Oh, also, when you played it, did you do the awkward, yes, you should kiss her part, and it then turns into, now you control them for like 5 minutes of doing other stuff that I didn't want to do.
And that sort of brings up some issues with the story, right?
Right.
Because that seems just like they wanted to like see, can we do like Jordan has mentioned outside of this video, that the Quantic Dream are known for just being like this tech demo company that just manages to make games at the same time.
Right.
And that kind of felt like, can we do a realistic like love scene?
Yeah.
Can we do it? And it just, they didn't need to do it. It just looked really awkward. The tech wasn't there to make some of the intimate moments and the close camera shots look believable.
And there's the part in it where you have to tilt the DualShock controller, and I couldn't for the life of me get the tilt to work, and so he's trying to like undo a bra for like 13 moves. Like, no, still not got it. So it's quite realistic.
Right. So that's your experience.
It was interesting. I did enjoy it.
What about from the story point of view? One of the things that really bugged me, and I don't know if it bugged you as well, is how they set up Ethan to have this clear mental issue, where he has these hallucinations of things, and you're like, oh well, he's clearly got something psychological going wrong, and he's clearly doing this kind of stuff. But it was all just a complete red herring. He's just like, I'm sweet, I'm good.
And no one questions him again.
Yeah. How did you get these origami figurines, and why do you have images of where these kids have gone, where you don't really have any reason for having those?
Yeah, there were some gaps.
Yeah, some big gaps.
There's some gaps.
Yeah. Did you like the path through to finding out who the antagonist was?
I did. It was quite... I was shocked. They definitely... Although now I look back at it, I'm like, well, they definitely set it up to not be what you thought. But...
Lots of red herrings.
Lots of red herrings.
And you see them with the baby. Do that little baby scene. It's another... There's a lot of minutes of just...
subtleties.
Just nothingness, right? Did you enjoy them though?
Some of them, like I say, the ones where I was like, oh, they're just making me do the same action again.
Yeah.
Not so much, but for the most part, I did enjoy it. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many people you killed?
I got through without killing anyone.
Oh wow, really? I killed someone.
Who died?
Glasses Man. Ari guy. He died to the hand of the very terrifying garage owner.
Oh, right. Did he
I just totally missed the quick time events. Right. I also failed two of Ethan's tasks, and I totally didn't get the address, and I just guessed the right place to go.
Oh wow, yeah. So his tasks are. What did you think of the tasks? Because some of them are pretty grim, right?
They were very grim.
And again, crawling through the glass and.
That was alright. Yeah. I very much did not enjoy chopping off the finger.
What tool did you use?
Knife in the wall.
Because there's
there's
8 or 9 or 10 different weapons that you can choose to take his finger off with.
Yeah, I had pretty much because the game does a really good job of making you feel like what's the right decision to do, right? Even at the end with the poison, you're like, should I? Especially with killing the man. Yeah. You're like, is this the right thing to do? And I had got it in my head that winning the game was just doing all the things. Right. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to kill the man because I want to win the game. But definitely I felt very I just want to kill him and get it over with. I don't want to kill the man. It did make me confront some decisions. Yeah.
How would you compare it to Until Dawn? Again, it's a very similar game, right?
They both lost fingers. There was a lot of parallels. I think probably Until Dawn was done slightly better in that it was the same powerful story-driven game, but without the frustrating mechanics.
Yeah, I think it relied way more on its story instead of just trying to make the player, like give the player something to fill their time with.
That's right.
Like the whole storytelling of Ethan and his kids at the start of the game, he's just like sitting down to work.
Yeah.
And then goes and has
Drawing
a shower.
Stuff.
And it's just kind of like, you could have wrapped that up in a much shorter cutscene, but they're all about having you go through all of that monotony, I guess.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of really powerful stories, you're gonna probably power through it and enjoy it, despite the frustration.
And despite the plot holes and red herrings. Like it's still a good story despite all of that.
It is, yeah. And an absolutely classic kind of game, I think.
Yeah.
You need to have it in your repertoire, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just so you can say to all the people that ask you if you've ever played it, now I can.
Yeah. And it is actually a really good game to show off as well, I think. Just to show what a video game can be. They don't have to just be shooters. They don't have to be puzzle games. They can just be gripping storytelling devices.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
That about sums
So that
up
was
everything.
a year from both of us.
A year from both of us. And
Cool.
we'll see you for Beyond Two Souls sometime soon.
Cool. Thanks.